What is going on? Do we have folks in? Are we here? Make sure we're live and up and running here. All right. Okay. Well, for some reason, my comments are not showing up on the page here. So if you guys are commenting, I can't see them. So maybe that's a blessing, maybe not. I don't know. I'll come over. I'll be able to turn them on perhaps on Facebook and look at them, but I cannot see them um, on my. It's very strange. All right. Anyways, guys, so we'll get into the analysis here and take a look at the latest data, um, and try to take questions as I see them come in, and hope that for some reason my software starts working. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not working. So anyways, thanks for tuning in to the stream here and watching today. I'm excited to share with you some of the latest data, because it is absolutely it's absolutely loaded. It's loaded with snowfall. It's almost kind of hard to believe, what the data is saying. It's sometimes I go through phases where I'm like, man, I don't know if I should even say it, because I get so nervous sometimes with how heavy they are. So the data is. So anyways, for those wondering, I am drinking a Ghost, and I just took some ibuprofen, so I'm very healthy today. Um, I got a headache from just looking at data and trying to figure all this stuff out. So um, if you guys are watching, okay, I am not going to get to your questions until I'm done with my analysis. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be able to answer your questions and interact with you until I go through my analysis and give you the latest. All right, so I can stay focused and talk about the weather. All right, so fun stuff for sure. Fun stuff. Let me get clarity pulled up. We appreciate you all watching today. Share it with a friend wherever you're watching from. We appreciate you. It's this is going to be a fun storm. This is going to be a storm that we don't forget for a long time. I'm telling you, I think there's a lot of people out there that are still trying to doubt it, and question it. And this is the real deal. I mean, it's on the radar. It's here. It's the data is lined up across the board. A lot of times when we have situations where we have big storms like this, we have um, data disagreements, or we have areas that we need to monitor for that have risk to the forecast. And so what's interesting about this one is that's not really the case right now. That's not really the case at all. Someone says my mic sounds bad. Let me see if I can change it. I don't know. I mean, I got a good mic here. I'm not sure. Sorry, let me make sure I got good sound. I don't know. It may have. I'm gonna check my YouTube comments. Is the sound okay? Sound quality is good. Okay. All right, perfect. Just making sure. You hear crackles. It's not perfect. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I've got the Yeti mic in, so I'm not sure. I just checking my stream there. When stuff doesn't work, I cross wire. I'm like, I don't understand why it's not working, and I go to multiple screens. I freak out, and it's difficult to figure out what is going on. So I apologize, but I don't understand sometimes why this stuff doesn't work. But anyways, let's get back to the analysis. Some of the people are going to start yelling at me, get it, do it, get after it. So here's radar. And again, everything is lining up. As I was saying, normally across the board, you don't have a consensus or an agreement with everything. And this time around, we just don't have that. We have strong agreement, honestly, rather odd agreement. So I'm excited. I'm excited to share this all with you. So this is a look again at radar. It's moving in, it's on time, everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. We have a nowcast out. We sent this out to our clients a little bit ago, this morning, actually, for the arrival time of the snow. And we're nailing it here in terms of the arrival across the Ohio Valley. It's great timing. If you've got other locations, you're probably getting those updates as well on your locations if you have different ones, right? So different areas get different updates. This is just for where I'm at, but this is sent through our platform called Clarity. All right, so really cool to see the timing pan out, the forecast panning out. You can see, as I was talking about yesterday, I was talking about the potential for some of this stuff here to show up on radar but not be hitting the ground. All right, and that's the concern, if you will. Radar's loading up here. That's the concern at first, is just battling some of that dry air, so that the high pressure to the north will cause, the technical definition or term for that is virga. It's just not hitting the ground. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. The leading edge of this will at first not be hitting the ground, but it won't take long, I don't think. And we'll start seeing this fill right in, probably relatively pretty quickly. I'm going to check real quick. I'll see if we have any impings of reports hitting the ground. So yeah, we're already seeing reports of snow hitting the ground. In fact, I'll go here and show you real quick where those reports are coming from, and show you what you can kind of see where folks are already saying that snow is falling. Let me come over here and share this. Boy, it's so frustrating when things don't work, guys. It makes it so stressful. I got multiple screens up now. I'm trying to figure out what in the devil's going on. But let's pull up the radar here, and I'll show you real quick. And let's see, it is right here, this one. And so this gives us the ability to see where people are reporting that snow is hitting the ground. So the leading edge of this is where my blue line is. It is hitting the ground in this, if you're west and southwest of that. All right. So the stuff out ahead a little bit hasn't started touching the ground yet, but you can kind of time that out. You can see that the dry air is being eaten away at, and it will eventually be overcome, and we'll be in business. So the leading edge with that's just the name of the game. We covered that pretty much in detail, because I know a lot of people were going to be looking at that, freaking out, saying, well, it's snowing, and it's not, it's on the radar and it's not snowing. And so I think that folks just need to know that we're just battling a little bit of dry air out ahead of this. So let's go over here. I'm going to show you the future radar product on Clarity. It's doing a fantastic job. If you sign up for Clarity, you get access to this. And it's just a really cool looking tool. And it goes out 18 hours in 30-minute chunks, and gives you a picture of radar. It's really cool. I love it. You're going to watch now, as starting out, you're going to look at this and be like, hey, this doesn't look super impressive to start. I promise, as the trough tilts, as it connects and phases with the jet to the north and the storm to the south, this thing is going to take on a shape of its own later, and it is going to absolutely rip for folks all across the country. It's going to be one of the biggest winter storms we've seen in a long time. I'm going to take us out to 7 o'clock tonight, and you can see just area wide, Indy, Springfield, St. Louis, Evansville, Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green, Kansas City, all the way down to Oklahoma City. You're getting widespread snow across the region here. And I want you to look back out here. This is where the storm starts to eject the energy right here. And as it does, this is where it starts to organize. I'm going to take us out to 10 p.m. and you can see it really start to fill in and the colors become darker, right? We get a darker color here. And that's the, whoa, that's the, we don't want to spin it. You can do that on Clarity, but, and that's the banding showing up. All right. You can see the banding showing up. And the other thing we can do is kind of tilt this a little bit so I can fit more into the screen. This again is 10 o'clock tonight, and you can see it's rain and thunderstorms in the deep south. But then as you go, you've got full display of ice going from Charlotte to Nashville to Little Rock over to Dallas and Fort Worth. It's just ice. You come further north, it's still snowing. St. Louis, Bloomington, Indy, Columbus. It is just, again, just coming down at a great clip. And this isn't even the heaviest yet. I'm going to take you out to 1 o'clock here tonight. And you can see the banding starting to surface here. The darker blues are starting to surface. And look at that just beautiful display of weather data as it pertains to, you know, it's just beautiful looking, right? I mean, it just looks so cool. I mean, you get this big frame, this big view, and you see that you have a storm that it's encompassing all the different types of precipitation. It's a way for me to kind of nerd out. I'm like, man, this is cool. We built this too. This is awesome. This is just an image that you just won't forget for a long time, guys. I mean, this is just unbelievable. The aerial coverage of a storm like this. So that's 1 a.m. We'll go in here to 3 a.m. and you can see we're just all snow getting into Washington, D.C., West Virginia, Columbus, Indy, still all along I-70, down through St. Louis, Springfield, still going in Oklahoma City, still snowing like hell down there. Just an unbelievable system in general here that is, again, just impacting states across states. I mean, it's hard to comprehend a storm like this. I mean, last time we really had something like this was maybe 2009 to the level of coverage that this has, but it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. I love it. So, I'm just nerding out over here. I'm just nerding out. I mean, it's just really cool. So, and again, one thing I want to touch on is, how far north can this mixing come? And the data is, by 4 a.m. tomorrow, it's trying to mix up into Lexington. All right. It's trying to mix up over here into Lynchburg. It's getting close. You come over here, they'll slide left a little bit into Charleston, Poplar Bluff, the boot heel there of Missouri. The mix is trying to creep its way northward. But then as you come further north here into Indiana, okay, you can see it's still all snow from Columbus to Illinois to Missouri. This is the end of the run here, 4 a.m. It's still coming down. And here's the interesting part of this. I want to talk about this, the potential wind situation. This is the wind gust forecast between 1 and 4 a.m. right now. And that's a 25 mile per hour wind. Okay, these winds are going to be coming out of the north and east, east, northeast, northeast. And the potential for the wind now with this is, with as dry and fine as the snow will be, is the ability or the potential for this to blow around like crazy and really create some problems. And it's not going to take much with a 25 mile per hour wind here tomorrow morning to really cause some problems. So we're going to go and switch to Synoptic, which, by the way, anyone can access the Synoptic weather models. If you go to synopticwx.com, and it's a beta version right now, it's free. It's kind of silly not to, because it's free. And we've got a lot of stuff we're adding to it. So, but anyways, these are the weather models. What we're looking at is the HRRR, and we'll go where we stopped on that one, because this one goes further out. And I want to talk about real quick tomorrow morning, because it's snowing. Okay, we've got winds that are gusting, and I'm going to turn on visibility here. And where that snow is coming down the heaviest, you can see where the wind's mixing in, we've got visibility issues. Northern Arkansas, southwest Missouri, over here towards south central Indiana, southern Ohio. And the issue is here with that, guys, is you've got the snow coming down. You've got winds gusting, close to 30 miles per hour. It's got visibilities less than a half a mile. These are less than a quarter of a mile visibilities. And we can kind of watch this as we go forward. It gets really, really aggressive with visibilities tomorrow. All right. And it has several hours where they're below 3/10 of a mile. Now, the technical NWS definition for a blizzard, I do not believe it's met right now. That's not what I'm saying. It's sustained winds or frequent gusts to 35 miles per hour for at least 3 hours. And there's considerable blowing or falling snow that reduces visibility to less than a quarter of a mile. I do not believe this is a blizzard. I don't think we're going to get a blizzard warning. I've been wrong before. But that criteria has to happen in order for the blizzard warning to be issued. But the visibility, the wind, and the way this snow is coming down, make no mistake, it is going to be nasty. And there's no question about it, because you've got winds gusting over 30 with visibility very close. In fact, down here, it's less than 2/10 of a mile. And what could happen, I'll just be honest with you, we'll go to the visibility frame in general. It wouldn't shock me in terms of messaging and just the wording from the Weather Service. It wouldn't completely shock me if somewhere in here something was put out for a time for something about a blizzard. This is where the banding is going to be taking shape. It's where the visibility will be the lowest, depending on the conditions and how they are. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that happened for a time. This is the spot that's going to get absolutely hit the hardest. Okay. And so this is where your snowfall is going to be the heaviest. I may have gone a little too far south. Maybe I need to be a little bit careful, but regardless, you see what I'm saying here. That's the general area of concern right now that I would be worried about for that, if there's going to be one. So let's continue on with timing. I'm going to take you out to 8 a.m. Sunday. It's coming down, and you can see that mix line there. It is absolutely, it's trying to nose that on up in here. But it's never getting much north of the Ohio River on the HRRR run. All right, you can see as I continue to go forward, it doesn't really do that until you get into West Virginia and southeastern Ohio by Sunday at 1 o'clock. We'll stop it at noon. But noon, you're still coming down with snow. Here on the backside, you're still piling up snow. So snow starts around 3, 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon. It's still snowing at noon tomorrow. We're waking up tomorrow morning to a lot of snow. All right. It's certainly on the table that we are going to have double-digit snowfall totals as folks are crawling out of bed in many locations tomorrow. What do we got? What are we checking on? Let me turn down the gain a little bit. I don't know if I can turn down the gain. You know what I think happened? Tell me about the sound now. I think I hit a button that changed my sound setting. If Brett or one of you guys could tell me about the sound now, maybe it sounds better. I don't know. Anyways, trying to report snow in Bloomington, Vince says they're checking on it. Interesting. That could be early. So anyways, back to it. I've got, we're at noon tomorrow. Okay. And you can see here that it's still snowing. We're going to shift focus here to the east and the northeast because this is just snow. But listen, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock here, and it's still coming down. It's just crazy. That it's still continuing to do this on the backside. So, yeah, I think the sound setting, I think it got fixed. I think that helps. So, sorry about that. But this again, let's talk about this moving into the mid-Atlantic. I mean, look at this. It works in here midnight, Pennsylvania, right? And I just got a text from a client in Bloomington, and he's saying it's not snowing there, just for the record, Vince. So, um, okay. Anyways, this is 6 a.m. What we're going to want to watch in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast real quick is we're going to want to watch the warm nose possibly working even up in through here and causing lower snowfall totals. Okay, we'll go quickly here on timing, 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. Okay, you can see the mix coming in. We're out to 3 p.m. That low's ushering in that warm air. We're about to transfer the low off to the coast right there. Come on. There it is. We transfer it off, and you can see that mixing makes it into New York City. So the big New York City snow totals, I mean, at first they can be big, and then there can be some mixing, right just along and north of that. So the big question I know everyone's wondering, what have the models said for snowfall totals and ice totals? What are they saying? We've kind of timed all this out as best we can. We've talked about where the wind and the visibility issues could be. Let's take a look. These are crazy. All right, this is a model. Can't even believe I'm showing this to you. This was the morning HRRR, and this was snowfall totals. And here's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause real quick before I talk about this. I'm going to ask you guys to, I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions to share this with a friend, tag a friend, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're on YouTube, wherever it's at, hit the share button. Okay. And I am gonna tell you real quick about our Clarity subscription. I want you guys to check it out. We've been talking about this, for days over on the Clarity Lives with our clients. In fact, I wanted to show you guys this because it's real, and I'm proud of it. All right, and I'm proud of it because it's very difficult to do what we're doing. I'm going to show you an image real quick and go against the grain the way we have. This was from a client. He tweeted me this earlier today, and I appreciate it very much. And but this was on Monday when we talked about this. We've been doing these lives, on the client side since Monday, multiple of them. And this was me doing it at my office on Monday. And this is where I drew where I thought the heaviest snow would be. That purple with the HS, that blue line across the top is as far northwest as I thought it would go. And it's almost perfect. It really is. It's almost perfect. And we've been talking about this and talking about it. So the sign up link is in the comments for you guys to check it out. And it's pennies on the dollar per day. But one promise I did make to all of you watching is, as I said, the day of storms, I'll come back and live stream. 24 hours out, I'll live stream to the public to keep people safe and keep people abreast of the latest. That's the commitment I have. But leading up to and making all these projections that far ahead, we do it now in the Clarity application, which is what I've been using over here to show you some stuff. So let's get back to it. I just wanted to share that with you all. But this is the HRRR model from this morning. I'm going to show you several different models, and then I'm going to show you our forecast. Do I think that Southern Indiana gets 27 inches of snow? I don't. I genuinely don't think that. Okay. I'm not saying that I support the model run. I'm not saying take a screenshot and saying, Bam's calling for 27 inches. I'm not calling for it. I'm displaying it because it's crazy how unbelievably amped this is. I've never seen model solutions like this in Indiana, and it's just mesmerizing. It's crazy that this is the potential that we are working with. That's the HRRR. Let's go and show you another model from this morning. This is the NAM3. And, this was its particular forecast for the event. I'm not saying this one's off the table. I'm not saying Indy couldn't get 15 inches. And here's why I'm going to tell you this. This isn't the forecast. All right. Again, I'm not saying this is the forecast, but here's why I'm going to tell you it wouldn't shock me if Indy got 15 inches. We ran a blend, our blend of models, over 60 different models. We ran a probability outcome for Indy the probability of 18 inches or more in Indy from a 60 model average that's auto-calculating snow liquid ratio is 61%. A 61% probability of over 18 inches, right? So I'm not saying we're going to get 18, but I'm telling you that the ceiling is there. The ceiling is there to hit that. And that's unbelievable. And that would just be totally off the record for this to occur. I mean, this would be a one-time thing. The most Indy has ever gotten in a storm system, the most we've ever gotten that I've looked at in a one storm or a total snowstorm is 1978 at 15.2 inches. The difference for 1978, the difference is 1978 had like 50-mile-per-hour winds. We're not going to have that. Okay. I'm just here to tell you, we're not going to have 50-mile-per-hour winds and 25-foot snow drifts. Could we have big drifts in a horrible snowstorm? 1,000%. I mean, it could just be unbelievably charged. But just for some perspective, if we surpass 12.6 inches in Indy, it will be the second biggest snowstorm in history. We've got 15.2 inches. All right. We've got 12.6 in Indy, 12.3 back in 2009. And in 1984, we had 12.2. Okay. That's just for a storm total. Okay. So just interesting nonetheless. This is the NAM 3. Again, I'm showing you different model solutions. This was the RRFS. It's crazy. I can't even comprehend the totals it's spitting out. Again, these are high-res models 24 hours out. It's not like I'm talking about like, 3 days, 2 days. I'm talking a day. And so it's very possible that history is made with this storm. I would say it's the most confident I've ever been in talking about making history for a snowstorm. Yeah, I mean, seriously, look at these totals up in the Northeast, up in southeastern New York, up in Massachusetts, and these are crazy totals. That's the RRFS. All right, I'm going to show you other models. These are models. These are possible outcomes. These are not BAM's forecast, which you will get shortly. I'm going to show you our forecast. You're going to see it, the official map, and then we can discuss that. Here's the NAM 12. It too is putting 14.3 inches in Indy. Central Ohio, 13. It's still got this epicenter of crazy snow and up north here, up in the Northeast. It's just crazy, guys. If you're asking me about your city, you have to know where you live and you have to coordinate it. Just you can guess here by the color. If it's yellow, it's 12 inches or more. Okay, that's the NAM 12. Wrap goes out only to 21 hours right now. This is the latest wrap model through 8 a.m. Sunday. Just through 8 a.m. You wake up tomorrow, it has 8.7 inches in Indy. It has a foot in Bloomington. It's got 13 inches in Evansville. It's got 10 inches in Terre Haute. It's over here in St. Louis. It's got 12.6 inches. You can see the sharp cutoff on the wrap. This is, again, it stops here in terms of how far out it goes. But you can see the issue potentially with mixing. But this is 8 a.m. and look at the radar at this time. It's still just absolutely coming down. So you're adding to that. And it's just crazy. I can't even believe it, really. I can't even believe we're talking about it the way that we are. So just wild, guys. Just really fun to see, the support like this across the board. Now, we do have a couple of new pieces of data in. I want to talk about it real quick. I want to talk about the GFS model. Okay? Because, listen, I want to show you something. This was the GFS back on Thursday. And this is important because we took a lot of heat for this. This is why, okay, the GFS, this is why the local totals were so much in question. Okay, because look at how far southeast it was with this storm, and look at what it was doing a few days ago here across southeastern Kentucky, West Virginia. It was putting 2 feet of snow down here. And what it was doing is it had this sharp, dry air coming in and really eliminating totals. So folks along the I-70 corridor haven't heard about a huge snowstorm really since last night now, because people are catching on. It's like, okay, the American model's caught on. Well, let me show you the newest one. You know, this model, it just takes forever to get it. This was yesterday morning. Here was yesterday afternoon. Last night, we're just slowly coming up every run. And now the GFS all of a sudden has shifted it. It's in line. It's got 15 inches of snow in Indy. It's just crazy what these models have done, and what the GFS that the trend that has come onto. While we're talking, the European's going to come in, and we'll show that. It may be, in fact, I can pull it up just to see if it's come in far enough. It may not take long at all here. We'll look at it together. Oh, there it is. European's in. Look at this. 16 inches in Bloomington, 15 in Columbus, 12 to 13 in Indy. All right. And by this time tomorrow, it's still snowing. So this isn't the full run. If I come out here, it's still snowing here. This is the European model. This is our most trusted, faithful model that we have. It's normally the model that's the most down to earth and realistic and trustworthy. It's bonkers. Like, I'm close to just saying, you know what, we're going to make history here. I'm just going to say it, and what's so damn fun about this is we've talked about. I mean, we have just talked about this since Monday. Not making history, but having heavy snow. It's fun. It's fun when you get it like this. I got to tell you, it's just may have a celebratory bourbon later on the stream here. Don't tempt me. Okay. Don't tempt me with a good time. But anyways, yeah, that's the European coming in. Let's look real quick at wind gusts tomorrow. It's got 25 mile per hour gusts. So if we look at visibility, does it have visibility issues? Yeah, not as aggressive as the HRRR, but still less than a mile visibility under the heaviest snow bands. So go back to we're out total event now. Good night, a living. Brett and Vince, Matt, you guys seeing this? I'm sure you're just crazy. It's literally witnessing a history. I mean, this is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm doing this on a live right now. I can't find a model that has less than a foot of snow in Indy. When we're looking at the proper ratios and stuff. There's Indy's forecast, zoomed in view. Let me go here and do this. I'll take some tours. Let me go down to Missouri for you. There's Missouri's forecast. St. Louis, 14.5 inches European. Illinois, there you are. Along and south of 74. Okay. It's actually not broken up into two parts anymore. Whoever's saying that in the comments, I glanced up and I saw that. This is all one storm system, my friend. Okay. There's Indiana. You can also see Ohio in the mix there. Southern and southeast Michigan, Detroit, you're up as much as 8 inches. Fort Wayne, 9.5. Chicago, 5.5 inches. I'll go over here to Pennsylvania for you. Unbelievable. It just blankets it. Over here to New York, Boston, Connecticut, Long Island. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, it's totally crazy. Bam Blizzard Bourbon has a nice ring to it. The Bam Blizzard Bourbon. Okay. So that's the European weather model. Again, I don't have a solution that doesn't support this. So I will show you our official products right now, our official maps that are inside of Clarity. If you've signed up for Clarity, you get these maps. I do want to urge you to do that. We'll post the sign up link in the comments for you, and so you can get signed up for this and get access to this, get access to our client lives. This is the cool stuff right here. I'm going to tell you for business operators on this hour by hour forecast with the winter focus. I can get pavement temperature forecasts. All right, it's going to tell me if we need to treat and plow, at what the road conditions are. I mean, the road temperatures are in the teens. The snow is falling with the temperature in the teens. The dew point temperatures in the single digits. And then I've got the probability of snow on each hour. I mean, these hour by hours are, these things are awesome. This is so cool. There's not a better looking one than ours. This is just here for Bargersville, Indiana, where I live. And let's go. I'll go here to try and make myself a little bit. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. Sorry. We'll go here. There we go. But look at this. Then it gives you the range of accumulation. So like tomorrow for here right now, it has a most likely for me of 12.2 inches in Bargersville with a range of 10.5 to 15 inches. It gives you the range. See up here on the top right. And then my pavement conditions, my roads. This is just a really cool platform. So I just wanted to show that off a little bit. I've got a nowcast in here. My nowcast is for the timing. Here it is right here. It was issued not long ago. And this is activity on radar as it moves in. Just all kinds of cool stuff. So anyways, let's get back to the snow forecast. Make sure to check out Clarity. Get signed up for it. You don't want to miss it. Like I said, we're nailing this forecast and we're nailing the timing and everything. It's been fun. So this is our official forecast right now. This is what's in Clarity, how you can go see it. You can interact around, pan, zoom, tilt, do all you want. St. Louis, you're at 11.9. These are official numbers, in my opinion. Evansville, 13.5. Okay. I'll go around and I'll try to answer some comments on the cities here if I see the cities being asked. Let's see here. Okay. Seymour, 14 inches. Again, this is our official forecast here that's going inside of our application. The creamy yellow, the first stage of yellow that's a foot or more. The red color is 8 to 12. Okay. If you're in the red, it's 8 to 12 inches. Lebanon, I'm not going to be able to get to all your comments, but I'll look around. Lebanon, you're coming in at 11.5 inches. Lafayette, 8.8. Dayton, Ohio, you're coming in at 13.1. Brown County, we'll scroll on down here. Nashville, 13.8 inches. Fort Wayne, we're doing a tour of total snowfall for the storm this week. And if you're just joining, share it with a friend. 8.9 inches. Franklin, Indiana, 13.2. Beech Grove, 12.8. How deep in Evansville? He asked the deep question, 12.9 inches. Let's see. Greensburg, 14.5. Winter chicken dinner. Columbus, 13.7. Indianapolis, 12.4. If we hit that, if we get 12.4 officially in Indianapolis, if we get it, that will be the second largest snow. No, third, I'm sorry. 1973 had 12.6. It'd be the third. Okay. If we get it inside of 24 hours, it'll be a record. So if it starts snowing at 4 p.m. now and the total by 4 p.m. Sunday is that, it'll be a record for Indy. Mooresville, 12.7. Westfield, Zionsville area, 12.1. Lebanon, you're at 11.5 inches. Greenwood, you're at 12.4, 12.7. Shelbyville, Indiana, you're at 13.5. Thank you. Thank you for the nice comments. Will we get any drifting from the storm? We will. I think we'll have some drifts for sure. Nasty ones. Greenfield, great. 12.6. Hamilton County, depends on where you're at, around a foot. Bloomington, Indiana, we'll cruise on down to Natty Land. Signetti Land, freaking GOAT legend, just absolute unit, badass Kurt Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. Danville, 12.1. Newcastle, 12.6. All right. This has been fun. Let's go over here real quick and see what other comments we have. Terre Haute, I'm over on X now, so I can get to you guys. 11.5. There's Columbus at 13.6. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Atlantic City, New Jersey. You are. Where are you? Where is Atlantic City? I don't even know where it's at. I don't know. New Jersey in general, 10 inches in New Jersey. Could reach blizzard status. Hard telling. Okay. Real quick check on the ice, and then we'll wrap this up. There's ice. Nasty up there across northeastern Louisiana, northwestern Mississippi. That's almost an inch of ice. I mean, this will shut it down. It'll shut it down. It's the John Taffer. Shut it the F down, you know? I won't say the F word on here. I'll get 37 emails about how I said something and, you know, I just won't mess with it. But the old John Taffer deal, Richmond 0.4. 0.6, and I mean, it's nasty ice. I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to go to the snow probabilities and the probabilities of a foot or more of snow. And like I said, the probability for 18 inches in Indianapolis is 61% right now. 61% from our latest data. It's crazy. I mean, it's hard to even fathom that, you know? It's just wild. So, yeah. This has been fun, guys. If you want to go through and am I still there? I don't know. Am I still here? Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. Make sure I'm still here. I wasn't done. I don't know what's going on here. I think I'm back. I'm not sure. Let's see. Sorry. I don't know. The software is giving me fits today. So anyways, with that said, guys, this forecast is pretty much, it's a lock. I don't have any reason to believe that you know, we're going to see the forecast fail or change dramatically right now. It's just buckle in, have your stuff. We went to the store today, have a plan to stay warm if you can, and a little backup power if you're eligible, if you're able to do it, and just enjoy it. Enjoy that what's probably going to be a historic snowstorm, one for the books. I can definitely say with a fair amount of confidence it'll probably be a top 5 snowstorm of here across the Indianapolis area. So um, we will come back tonight. I will come back later. I'm sure I'll live again when the date is coming in and it's getting closer. I'll be hanging with you all and keeping you all posted. And when I come back tonight, the live tonight will be it'll be powered by our friends at Custom Restoration. We're gonna do some shout outs to them, tell you how to check out Custom Restoration in Indy, and you can learn about how they're supporting us here at Bam Weather. Any busted pipes, Custom Restoration out of Indy, KUSTOM. Make sure you check them out. They'll come hook you up. It's going to be really cold. So I'll cover more tonight. This was more just about timing and snow amounts and just hanging out with you. We'll be back a little bit later. Tell your friends. Talk to you soon. Pray for me that my software works next time we go live. Let's call live if you are watching still. We'll go live again probably around 4 o'clock or so.